Are you sick of ribs that come out dry or mushy? The problem is you might be rushing them. And today I'm going to show you a slow smoking method that guarantees tender, juicy ribs every single time. Stick around and I'll explain why hurrying in this process only leads to disappointment. All right, let's prep those ribs. Start by removing the membrane on the back. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but it'll help your ribs get tender and soak up all that flavor. If it's being stubborn, grab a paper towel to help pull it off. That doesn't work, just score it lightly with a knife. Now season your ribs. I'm using Fire and Smoke Society's Sweet Preacher rub. It's my favorite for pork, but any rub you like works too. Just be generous with it and make sure to coat both sides. Once done, let them rest for about 30 minutes to an hour just to let that seasoning really sink in. Next up, let's get these ribs on the smoker. I like to smoke my baby back ribs between 225 degrees and 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And a lot of people rush this process by cranking up the heat. But doing that only gives you chewy and dry ribs, and we don't want that. Slow and steady wins the race and gets them perfect every time. This process is going to take about 4 to 5 hours depending on the thickness of your ribs. During the first few hours, I'll spritz the ribs probably about every 45 minutes to an hour. I'll use either apple juice, apple cider vinegar, or just water. It keeps the ribs moist and it helps develop that nice mahogany color. Check their internal temperature. You want it right around 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And at this point, that's when it's going to be time to wrap. If you're new to backyard barbecue and want some help with cooking times and temperatures, I got a free guide that has everything from meats to veggies, and it's super helpful for getting started. Just drop a 100 in the comments and I'll send it your way. Now we're on to wrapping the ribs. You're going to want to grab 2 sheets of heavy-duty aluminum foil. Lay them down and add 2 tablespoons of butter. Then you're going to sprinkle some rub down, maybe some brown sugar, and then a nice drizzle of honey. All these ingredients are going to help keep the ribs tender and moist and flavorful throughout the cook. Now you're going to want to wrap them tightly and then place them back onto the smoker. Let them cook for about an hour, hour and a half. This isn't about speeding things up. It's all about keeping your ribs juicy while they soak in all that goodness. Now, the final step is you're going to want to check your ribs. You're not just looking at temperature, you're checking for tenderness. When your thermometer slides in with a little resistance, you're close. We are going to have a target temperature of about a 200 to 203 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you don't have a thermometer, you could use a toothpick too. If it slides in with little or no resistance at all, they're done. If you want sauce, brush it on and return the ribs to the smoker for about 5 to 10 minutes. That sets the sauce and gives it a nice caramelized finish. And if you don't prefer any sauce, skip that step and go straight to slicing. You can cut between the bones and get ready to enjoy these. Now you know there's no shortcut to perfect baby back ribs. Rushing won't give the results that you want. So take your time, stick with a low and slow method, and your ribs are going to be coming out perfect and flavorful and mouth-watering every single time. But if you're curious about another cooking method, then check out this video right here where I cook ribs in a vertical barrel smoker. I'll see you there.